What's good with y'all boys, man? We back for another One Piece video, man. I know it's been a little second since we've had some One Piece chapters, bro, but we finally finna be off fucking break this week, bro, so y'all know I gotta hit y'all boys with a prediction video. And I hope y'all boys enjoyed that last One Piece video, man, when I was talking about the Awakenings. I had to, do something a little different since we didn't have no content for real. I really wanted to make an Admiral Fraud video or a York video, but I figured, fuck it, I'ma still wait, I'ma hold out and be a little patient because I still want to wait for some things in the story to unfold. But we here for the chapter, what is it, 1112, I think, 1112 predictions, you know what I'm saying? We left off the last chapter with the ancient fucking robot awakening, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a little hot second. So let's get into this next chapter and what the predictions could be. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if this chapter isn't as crazy as a lot of people probably go want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I want this chapter to be insane since we done had a little 3-week hiatus. But I wouldn't be surprised if this chapter was a little something mild. You know what I'm saying? Instead of hot sauce and spicy sauce, you're getting you a little mild sauce this chapter. But we gonna go over what I think is gonna happen right now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely expect the chapter to start off with the robot going in the straight rampage mode. You know what I'm saying? We already seen him getting ready to apologize for the destruction he's most likely finna cause this current chapter. So he's probably gonna start off the chapter going crazy. Everybody probably gonna be like, what the fuck is this, the robot going on? You know what I'm saying? Gorosei probably might remember the robot, but we finna get into them in a second, right? You know what I'm saying? We might get hints from the Gorosei or maybe even the Giants on potential lore from the Gorosei, but I don't expect us to get a concrete, straight up answer from anybody this chapter. But we also could, because maybe the Gorosei have seen this exact robot before, or maybe when that robot attacked the Holy Land, the Gorosei know that this has a similar correlation to that, or is it that exact same robot? Who really fucking knows, right? But I've seen this go around too. That I see people say that the Gorosei could actually end up getting damaged by this robot because the robot could have something special to him that can damage the Gorosei. Now, I'm not too sure about this, but I've definitely seen a lot of people say this idea, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, knowing how certain tropes go in anime and shit, especially because no one's been able to damage these niggas yet, for real, you know what I'm saying? They regen from everything. And unless they're gonna just regen from everything, something has to be able to, you know what I'm saying, do a certain amount of damage to take these body parts and limbs off and actually cause permanent damage. And we know they have permanent damage because they got scars, so you know what I'm saying? Could it be the robot? Who knows? Me personally, I don't even feel like, I just kind of feel like, I don't even think the robot having something to damage them is a bad idea. It's just like, what would that specific thing be? You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. I just can't think of what that specific thing the robot would have to damage them, right? And my thing is, if the robot has this specific thing that damages the Gorosei, how are other people gonna get it? Because you know this robot not finna fight all the goddamn Gorosei. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of against that idea. But let's get into the next thing, man. So, and that is the fucking Gorosei. Now, I expect them to show off a little bit more this chapter because literally ever since they've came, they continue to show us how strong they are and continue to show us new different little abilities each and every chapter. I really want to see more of Mars this chapter and the worm dude because I think them. We done seen Venus Juro run around and blitz the pacifista. We done seen Topman show off the little conquerors. We done seen Saturn. The only thing we done seen Mars do is like fly up and run into the fucking Labo stratum and run to the barrier, and the worm just got his head chopped off and he ain't really did shit else after that. I want to see both of them niggas do something this chapter, and I think we will, right? Because Mars at the end of the last chapter was just got done speaking to New York, asking her where the broadcast room is. So I feel like it's a good chance we see him potentially do something this chapter. Y'all know in the past I've said I want Sanji to clash with him before we get off this island, but Sanji too busy running around fucking carrying Vegapunk after he done already turned him over to the other goddamn team, all right? I definitely think, I don't even want to say if Sanji's going to do anything this chapter. If he does do anything this chapter, it's going to be him either probably trying to protect Bonnie or rush everybody back to the ship. I don't think he's going to clash with Mars this chapter. I want him to, though. I want Mars to do something this chapter that could cause Sanji or someone else to fuck with him or clash with him, right? And something else with Mars that we need to go over. We also could see him potentially do something to Kaku this chapter because we all know in the last chapter, him and Lucci had a conversation and he was talking about how he really don't give a fuck about saving Kaku for real. He like, nigga, I'm gonna destroy this place because I have business here, buddy. Fuck your friends. I could really give a fuck about your associate, bro. He just know the co-worker was gonna get replaced. You know what I'm saying? So even though that happened, it could happen this chapter. But I feel like Oda's probably gonna save that because I feel like it might be a little too soon. But I wouldn't be surprised though, because in the end we're gonna get into something that could also happen, which could kind of tie into this Kaku shit and them hurry up and blowing up the place right now, but we're gonna get into that later. And as for Luffy, I'm definitely expecting at least one crazy Gear 5 tune for us to attack this chapter, you know what I'm saying? I said last week, my nigga, it's been 3-4 weeks. Nigga, y'all know we had baseball Luffy in effect last time. Probably one of my most favorite fucking Gear 5 attacks yet, man, you know what I'm saying? Now that I think about it, I'm trying to think who would he even probably do that shit on. He threw some shit at Saturn and the Worm and Topman. Maybe he does something to Mars this chapter, but I don't fucking know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely expecting some crazy Luffy shit this chapter, where Luffy's always due for one good Gear 5 attack anytime he's in this form, unless he somehow runs out of the form this chapter, which I really don't think would happen. But since a lot of people don't think it would happen, but no, now that I think about it, he's not running out of the form. Because if Luffy runs out of the form, the robot probably stops fucking moving. Real fucking shit. So nah, he probably not gonna run out the form. And next, bro, Zoro and Venus Juro. Now, I would hope for both of these characters to continue moving this chapter. They probably are gonna be on the move this chapter, both of them as well. Same thing with Jinbei and Zoro. But the real question is, will we see them cross paths this chapter? I'm not too sure. It depends on what Oda really wants to show us. You know what I'm saying? We coming off a little 3-week break, so like I said, this chapter is going to be kind of harder to predict where the fuck's going to happen, because we don't know if Oda finna give us the straight spice or if he finna be a little chill with it. If you go on the straight spice route, we definitely going to see these niggas cross paths this chapter. Probably no fight or nothing, but I at least want to see them cross paths and see each other and see their reaction to each other. You know what I mean? And it's definitely going to happen eventually, because Venus Juro's heading their way and Zoro and them are moving. We already know they're right near Mars, so maybe they could have an interaction with Mars this chapter, but I don't really know how that would go for real, because Mars is a flyer and, you know, Zoro and Jinbei are just on the ground. Unless, you know what I'm saying, Mars really wants to go in this fucking hybrid form. I want to see the fucking hybrid forms, you know what I'm saying? But like I told y'all, we probably won't see hybrid forms at all until they actually have their final fights. If these niggas even have fucking hybrid forms, who knows? And now, like I said, man, since Oda came off this little break, we definitely should have a crazy end to this chapter. You know what I'm saying? I also wouldn't be surprised if it was something not as crazy, like I said, since this is the first chapter back. But if I had to guess, if I had to really place my money on it and say what could happen at the end of this chapter if we had to get left off with something, right? First off, I'm not expecting a break, because if he goes on break, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. You know, if you go on break after this, this chapter better be one of the best ones ever. If you decide to take another break after this chapter, dude. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Chapter, I feel like it's either gonna end two ways, in my opinion. This chapter either gonna end off with the time getting down, because this chapter we had about 6 minutes left when Rob Lucci was talking to Mars. So if Oda, depending on how fast he wants to play this chapter can either end two ways. This shit either go in with the time getting down to like 3 minutes this chapter, and the chapter gonna end off with the Gorosei making some desperate ass move at the end. Some crazy desperate ass move when it's gonna have niggas shook at the end of the last panel. Either that, or it's gonna end off with some ancient robot lore, or the ancient robot doing something insane. And I'm gonna be honest, if I had to bet, it probably ain't gonna be the ancient robot doing nothing insane. It's probably gonna either be lore or the Gorosei doing some desperate ass attacks, or some desperate shit in general, just to get this Vegapunk message to stop. Shit, for all we know, the chapter could end off with these niggas making it to the room to be ready to destroy the fucking broadcast. But honestly, I don't think that they're gonna make it to the broadcast room, though. I don't think that they're gonna make it. I really feel like this arc probably gonna play out with them niggas not finding the room at all, or being ready to find it at the very last second. And whether they do it at the end of this chapter or in the next coming chapters or however long from now, I definitely feel like this arc is probably gonna end off with the Gorosei and the government as a whole making some desperate ass choice on this island, because they're gonna have to at this point. Because at this point, it really doesn't seem like they can do shit. It doesn't seem like they can stop the broadcast. They're not gonna get any of our niggas. If they get any of our niggas, it's gonna be the Giants or the fucking robot, and we don't really give a fuck about them. They're not getting out of the main cast. You know what the fuck I'm saying? So there's not gonna be really any dub y'all can take from this. And we know what the government does when they back us against the fucking corner in this show, my nigga. All bets are off, buddy. I can't risk no chances. I gotta go all out here. You know what I'm saying? No strings attached. I have to do anything in my power to make sure the secret don't get out. And that's what the government gonna do. Whether that's just saying, fuck it, Emu, bomb this bitch, blow it up, do the Lucy of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's that or something else that the Gorosei decide to do themselves, I'm not too sure, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely excited for some One Piece this week and JJK back this week too, man, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to make a JJK prediction video because this next chapter probably going to be crazy as hell. But it have been enough niggas doing that, so I might not do that shit because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe. Well, let me know what y'all think gonna happen in this chapter. Y'all think I'm gonna be on the money with some of these predictions. And yeah, man, love y'all boys, and I can't wait to talk to y'all niggas on Thursday or Friday for the One Piece chapter, man. Let's get it.